Sergeant, you don't know why you're here. You just showed up here.
I think because you were here. Somebody said you were here.
So who told you I was here?
Listen, I'm not going to go into police procedures. You're not breaking the law.
Some people would see this as like chilling of free speech. 3 law enforcement officers show up to a person's peaceful protest. For the one,
your freaking mom.
that's. Hey, Karen.
Quiet morning in Brookhaven, New York, home to over 480,000 residents and one of the most populated suburban areas of Long Island. But today, the peace is shattered. A massive billboard truck parks right in front of Town Supervisor Dan Panico's home, displaying a powerful message of protest. Behind the wheel is none other than Long Island Audit, an independent journalist known for his bold confrontations over civil rights and ID refusal. 3 police cars arrive, no dispatch code, no clear reason, as if to intimidate a perfectly legal act. Angry neighbors, questions about privacy, and veiled threats of legal consequences echo through the street. What do you think about the officer's response? Does the right to dissent still exist in a so-called free country? Watch now to witness the explosive standoff between a citizen and the government. Don't forget to visit the... And if you stand for civil rights, subscribe to ID Refusal Cops today and drop a comment saying "see below." We will not be silent, we know the law, and we're ready to defend our rights.
I can't hear you over the whir of the generator.
I say now we put you on Facebook showing what you're doing.
Oh, sure. That would be great. Thank you for spreading the message. That would be great.
Except I'm going to cross out what it's saying. Fuck.
You're going to cross out what it's saying?
It does. It's just the fact that they have this is their residence,
Right.
And they have kids, and this is what you're doing.
You don't even know the whole story about what happened.
But the point is, there's other places to do this. I respect your opinion.
All right, but the
it
town
should be
supervisor
allowed.
sent people to my home, to my residence, where I have children. What makes them any different? What makes that any different?
There's got to be reasoning.
There's got to be a reasoning. So it can't just be for retaliation. Have a great day, ma'am. Take care. She did not like the billboard truck so much. Not at all. I'm sorry?
It's not a nice sign to have in front of his house. I don't know who made that decision, but it's really ugly.
Well, why is it ugly to protest elected officials
No,
who
not
are...
in front of his house. I think it's I think somebody who decided to do this had very bad judgment.
Bad judgment to exercise their First Amendment right?
No, don't give me that, because I'm a big believer in the First Amendment.
Obviously
the man
not.
lives here with his children.
Right.
You're out of line.
Right. So people who go... So when
You're
he sends
out of
people...
line.
When he
Go
sends
down to
people...
King Cullen.
When he sends people
No,
to my
you're
property,
out of
I have
line.
children too. My children don't
He's
matter.
a very nice human being.
According to you, ma'am. Other people might have different opinions of
He's a
him.
nice person. You don't have to agree with his politics.
Well, yeah, again, if you read what was on there, it says retaliation. So, I mean, somebody who retaliates against somebody is not that nice of a person.
I think this is a very ugly, bad judgment call.
I think retaliating against a tax-paying citizen is a bad judgment call too, ma'am.
I find it offensive.
Well, yeah, but probably because you live here and he's your friend. I wouldn't doubt it. Have a great day, ma'am. Take care. It's a good thing we live in the United States of America. We have freedom of speech here.
You don't know me, and I think you're out of line.
Okay, that's fine, ma'am. Again, if you don't like people protesting on public streets, then maybe you should try going to another country.
It's a very quiet road.
I mean, it's not very quiet today. The generator's running.
Of line.
Out of line. What's out of line is retaliating against a resident of the town of Brookhaven in the amount of $75,000, $36,000 of which are for a property I don't even own. To me, that's out of line. So it looks like the town supervisor has called law enforcement. We have 1, 2, 3 vehicles here trying to intimidate me. 3 Suffolk County police officers. Oh, that's not an officer. Never mind. I thought it was. See if we can help them. Can I help you guys? Always trying to intimidate we the people. Can I help you, sir? How can I help you? You just gonna leave? Hey, can I talk to you for a second? Hi, can I talk to you for a second?
Sir, just give me 1 minute.
I'm just asking if I can help you with anything, that's all.
Just give me 1 minute.
Trying to intimidate me. So this is the 7th precinct here. Hey, how are you, sir?
All right, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. Can I help you with anything?
No, not at all.
No? Are you a law enforcement officer?
I am, sir.
Do you mind if I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, it's Sergeant Joseph O'Reilly. My badge is 1396.
And Sergeant, are you out of the 7th precinct?
I am.
Okay, thanks, Sergeant. Appreciate it.
Not at all. Everything all right with you?
Yeah, everything's great. Just out here on a beautiful day protesting.
Yeah, what? You're Sean Reyes, right? Am I saying that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can I ask you a personal question? Do you
Yeah,
make
sure.
money doing this?
Protesting.
Well, yeah, like you get... I'm sorry, somebody's right behind you. Watch your back.
Oh.
Watch your back.
Be careful, sir. Can I help you with anything?
What are you trying to protest?
It's evident. You could just go read it right there. It's on the side of the Billboard truck.
Dan Panico is one of the best things that ever happened to this town.
You think Dan Panico is one of the best things that ever happened? Why is that? I mean,
He's honest. He protects the area. He's a good man.
he's a good man. So do you think that using lawfare to retaliate against a resident of the town of Brookhaven for exercising a First Amendment right?
Using what?
Lawfare, like retaliating against somebody for exercising their First Amendment right. Do you think that's acceptable behavior?
I don't ever see him doing it. Where's
Right,
people?
and that's why I'm bringing attention to it. You guys mind if I just get your names and badge numbers too? I got the sergeants.
Smith 7370.
Smith,
Yes.
and your name, sir?
Look out, I'm looking.
Thank you, appreciate you, sir. Thanks.
Yeah,
So
No matter what you're doing, I'm probably no park the truck in front of my driveway.
it's in front of your driveway.
My driveway's right here, and I got two.
It's on the public street, so I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, it's on the public street. So yeah, sir, the way it works, I'll answer your question from earlier. The way it works, if you're curious, the way it works is I'm an independent journalist, so the same thing with any other journalist, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, you might be interested in. All of the media outlets, the reporters and the outlets.
Pay you for certain stories.
Right. No, they don't pay me. I'm saying that all journalists get paid. They make money for reporting on matters of public interest.
I understand that, but somebody's writing the check.
Right. So that would be advertisers. So people,
Oh,
the same,
so
it's
yeah,
the
so
same
good.
exact
So whatever.
way. It's the same exact way that the actual, corporate media make money. Same exact way advertisements, like when it goes to break, we'll be right back. And you watch 2 minutes of advertisements. That's how they make their money. It's the same exact concept.
And you live on... That used to be my sector a very long time ago.
Oh, you were in the 6th precinct.
I was.
Oh, okay.
How long have you lived on...
I'd rather not answer any personal questions about
Oh,
where I
oh.
live and things like that,
Okay, I just saw your address, and I know I used to.
Did
work
you
over
put me
there
through? Did you check my license or something?
I did not. I don't even
'Cause-
have a computer in the car.
So how did you know my license? How did you know that I live down?
Somebody had told me somewhere along the line, but I don't even have a computer
Somebody
in my
had
car,
told her.
and I did not run you over the air.
Yeah, because that would be illegal to run me without any sort of crime, right?
I did not.
Okay, I'm just saying.
You want to take a look, or you want to go?
I'm just saying
video
to
inside my
run
car?
to run somebody's name without you investigating
somewhat
something.
common
That's against
knowledge
that's
that you
against
live
the.
on-
Okay,
I
it's
forget
common
the
knowledge.
number. Maybe because I was so that used to be, and you would.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's somewhat common knowledge. You do this frequently, and
Right.
people know your name. We've never met before, and I knew your name. You
Right.
got the truck. I didn't know you had this truck.
Yeah, I
First
bought
time
it,
we
yeah.
encountered each other.
Yeah, this is the first time we've ever encountered each other,
Is
right?
nobody home right now? Oh, I thought
So who called you? Why are you here?
I thought somebody had called.
You thought somebody had called? Do you mind if I get the CAD number for this incident so I can see who called?
I don't have a cat, but if you want, I can get you the information, the FOIL request, anything you want, or public information.
Right.
What do you want? Do you
But I
want
just
one
need
of
to
those
know.
numbers?
I need the CAD number.
I don't
Every
have a
call that.
computer.
Do you guys have the CAD number
Is
for
there-
this
has
call?
the CC even been drawn for this yet?
Your computer's not on, so you just
Yeah,
came
there's
out here without any call.
I'm a cope unit, so I don't know. He was a cope unit, and I'm a
What's a
precinct.
cope unit? I'm not familiar.
community-oriented police. Come on, you've been around cope.
Right. Okay. Community or police
Community-oriented
officer.
policing.
Right.
And I'm I was a supervisor in the area, precinct investigation unit.
Right.
Okay.
But
as
you're-
far as
you're
CAD,
here
there is
to
no CAD
investigate.
now.
Right.
Yeah, I assume there is going to be a report drawn for this, which you can
Right,
FOIL request that.
Right. It would be a lot easier for me, Sergeant, if I had some sort of number to reference as opposed
There
to.
is no number yet. I would not lie to you. There's no
Okay.
number. And when you FOIL request it, you will see that the time is after this time right now. So
Okay.
check your time. I'm answering
Perfect.
your question. You will
Perfect.
see that number and report numbers all generated after this.
Okay, great.
So is there anything
but
else
to
you
your
know?
to your knowledge, Sergeant, you don't know why you're here. You just showed up here.
I think because you were here. Somebody said you were here.
But who's somebody? You don't-
What?
Who told you I was here?
Listen, I'm not going to go into police procedures, just like you don't want to tell me how long you lend on. right?
Right.
You can FOIL request anything you want, any interviews you want beyond this, public information, or you can FOIL request the information. All right.
Right.
Nobody's disrespecting
Do you normally?
you here.
No, and I'm not disrespecting you in any
No,
way.
you are not.
I'm just.
That's why I'm here to make sure nobody disrespects anybody.
Right. No,
So
I just want to
done
make it
my
clear.
job.
I've just been protesting on the public street right here.
I understand.
That's
But
it
you do
with the
understand
billboard
what
truck.
He was asking, right? You're not parked illegally, but you're directly across from his driveway, and I guess that's what he was upset about. Like,
Right.
if that were my truck, I might just move it so it's not across from his driveway. But that's up
Right.
to you. That's a human thing. That's not a law thing, and it's certainly nothing I can ask you to do.
Well, if he couldn't get out of his driveway, I would understand. You know,
I'm sure he can. I think he said something about an oil delivery. I could be wrong, but
an oil delivery.
I'm just communicating. His complaint was that you're right across.
If there's
from
some
his
oil
driveway.
delivery, I promise I'll move. Don't worry.
You
I don't
have to
want
promise
it.
me anything. You're not breaking the law. I'm just telling you why he was upset that you're right across from his.
Well, no, from my conversation I had with him.
I wasn't privy to that.
Right. So my conversation with him was regarding the town supervisor who lives here,
Okay.
Dan Panico, and he said that he's a good man and things of that nature. Again, I'm not saying he's a horrible person, that everything he does is wrong. I'm protesting certain issues that I have with the town of Brookhaven. That's all.
Well, you have a right to protest.
Right.
I'm just telling you why he didn't want you in front of his driveway,
Right,
which again
right.
is not against the law.
Okay, perfect, Sergeant.
All right. Do
All
you
right.
need anything
No,
before we go?
I'll go to headquarters and I'll request the police report and
Yeah, there is no report yet, but yeah,
the
so
radio.
you know the FOIL request information.
Right. I'll
Okay,
take. Yeah.
great. All right.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Have a good
Appreciate
day.
it. Yeah, you too. Some might see this as you guys trying to like chill free speech.
This is your report number here, sir.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, ma'am. Thank you so much. Some people would see this as like chilling of free speech, you know.
Some people might see it as a cloudy day. It's not. We both already agreed that we were respectful to each other.
Right.
I asked you
But just the
if you
fact
needed
that you're here, you know, making contact with me, it's kind of like, you know, if I'm protesting anywhere else besides the town
The only thing I
supervisor's
told you
residence.
specifically is I'm here to keep the peace and make sure nobody violates anybody's rights.
Okay.
I told you you're not even breaking the law, upsetting that gentleman about his driveway. I just tried to confer his wishes to you.
Okay.
That's all up to you. Nobody here, and I would not.
But again,
allow,
three law enforcement officers show up to a person's protest, peaceful protest. There has been no interaction with anybody. I'm just parking the truck outside of the town supervisor's residence to bring
I don't
awareness
know
to
what
my
you're
issues.
looking for here.
Nothing. I'm not looking for anything. You
we
could go.
can-
You have a nice day. Take
Okay.
care. Absolutely ridiculous. Look, this officer, she was at least professional and gave me thank you so much. At least she gave me the report number here. Of course, they want to call law enforcement over my beautiful billboard truck. That's just what they want to do. We have plainclothes sergeant that shows up. It's definitely going to be interesting to see who called law enforcement to intimidate a journalist, an activist, while he is peacefully protesting the First Amendment retaliation that is going on here in the town of Brookhaven. That's what's going on. It's absolutely disrespectful and so unprofessional for this officer to mention my home address multiple times. Again, I know what he's doing. Multiple times he mentioned my home address, the actual number, so I questioned him on it. You know, how do you know where I live? Did you run me through the system? Because in order to run somebody through the system, you have to have a reason. You have to have suspected them of committing a crime. You can't just run a law enforcement officer can't just run anybody's name through their system whenever they want. That's not how that works. Running it without a reason is a federal crime and I believe a state crime as well. But that's just what law enforcement does here, ladies and gentlemen. The Suffolk County Police Department, the 7th Precinct. You know, I'm surprised they even gave me a report number here. There's the report number down there. We're going to be FOIL requesting the 911 call, radio transmissions, anything we can. So stay tuned to the channel for that for sure. The woman is back walking her dog. I don't have the right to what?
I'm a publisher, and I've been publishing.
I don't know what are you saying, ma'am?
If I've asked you not to, and I'm not a public figure,
I don't know what you're saying.
do not take me.
Ma'am, but why are you coming up to the man with the camera? Why are you talking and engaging with me if you don't want to be recorded? I don't get it.
Because you're
You're in
aiming
public,
your
ma'am. I have
camera
every...
at me.
No, I did not aim my camera at you. I was tilting my camera.
You know,
I've-
sir,
You're the
out
one...
of your freaking mind.
That's fine, ma'am.
really
You have a
are.
nice
No,
day.
it's
Take care,
not
okay?
fine.
That's fine.
Because
You
it's a
can believe
very
whatever you
quiet
want.
neighborhood, and you're
It's
driving
quiet
past
right now, except for
somebody's
the Billboard
private residence,
generator.
And something very bad. If it happens, you won't be responsible.
What's
You're
gonna
out of your
happen?
mind. Who pays you for this?
What do you
Who paid
mean?
you to come down here and do this?
I'm protesting, ma'am. This is
No,
my truck.
who
I
paid
own
you?
this
Who
truck.
paid for your time?
I'm a journalist. I work.
No, you're not a journalist.
Yes, I am a journalist. How, you want to see? Would you like to see?
Journalism
Would you like to see? I'm an independent journalist.
Honey, I've been around journalists my whole life. You're not a journalist.
Okay.
You're a provocateur.
Okay, that's fine, ma'am. Have a nice day. You can think whatever you want. And if somebody called you a name, you think calling people names is really going to accomplish anything? It's not. I don't care. I don't need validation from some random woman on the street. I don't need any validation from a woman on the street who hates the First Amendment, ma'am. Respectfully. It is First Amendment.
No.
The law enforcement officers that you called, probably, that you
I
called,
didn't call anybody.
they came and they understand
I
that's a
didn't
First
call
Amendment protected
anybody.
activity.
Don't accuse
Somebody
me
did.
that you
I'll find
accused
out.
me. Apologize.
I'm
I
not,
didn't
I'm
call
not apologizing anything. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Hold on. Would you like to have a conversation? I mean, you came over here to speak. Why not? Right. Why are you running then?
And you can apologize to
Why are you running? Conversations will need in this country. What do you have against the First Amendment? What do you have against the First Amendment of peacefully protesting, sir? You don't know the situation.
It's harassment. You drove over the guy's grass.
Oh, that's not his grass. Actually, the first couple of feet belong to the town, so it belongs to me.
Not on that property line.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The survey?
Yeah, the first 3 feet belong.
Survey.
Sir, the first few feet belong to the town. You know this. Come
You
on.
don't know that.
You know this.
No, and now you're on my
It's
property.
public
You're
access.
stepping on the other side of the telephone pole.
No, I'm not. Again, you're lying. That's not what's going on here.
So what's your whole point?
My whole point is to peacefully protest, sir. I'm protesting. That is my
What are
right
you
as an
protesting?
American, no? I'm protesting exactly what I have on the truck there. I'm being retaliated against with code violations
And I
for
don't-
my First Amendment.
I don't submit to being recorded. Or
You don't need to. You're in public, sir. You don't need
I'm
to.
on my own property.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You're
it
still.
does.
I can still see you from public. That's all. That doesn't matter.
Public.
Yeah. I
But
mean, you came out here, so you could have stayed in your house. You came out
You're
here.
making a chaos out here. I got my kids inside the house, and you're making chaos.
How is it chaos?
Because
What have I done
you're
that's?
yelling at her?
What have I done that's
You're
chaotic?
yelling at my neighbor.
No,
You're
she
accusing
came
her
up to
of
me to
stuff.
talk to me. I'm not accusing her of anything. She
So
came
what
up
do
to
you
me.
think's what good is going to come from you renting this truck? Having
I didn't rent it. I own the truck. But yes. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So what's good's going to come of that?
It brings awareness to retaliation that's going on in the town of
Parked on a dead
Brookhaven.
end, That one car comes down the road.
Oh no. It's not necessarily the people that are seeing it like right here. It's actually the people, the hundreds of thousands of people that are going to see it online too. You know. And
You don't have 100,000 followers, dude. I just looked you up, so you're a little peon. You're not going to make a difference with anything.
I am dead inside.
You should be in front of town hall if you want to make a difference.
I don't
You should
have
be on
100.
Main Street if
So
you-
because I don't have 100,000, does that make me less legitimate in your eyes? Because I don't have 100,000 followers?
Because you have
Subscribers?
you have no good case. Like, what is your whole point of this? Well, I don't understand whose mind this is going to change.
I could have one subscriber. That means that I'm legitimate. I mean,
Whose mind is this going to change?
I don't know if it's going to change anybody's mind, sir. I don't think I want it. I want it to change the politician's mind to not retaliate
You
against
have a
me.
generator running, right, for the electric on that?
Yes, sir.
You shouldn't be idling if you're in for the
Law
for the
enforcement
environment.
was here, sir. Law enforcement was here, not breaking any
So
laws.
are you a fan of the environment?
I am a fan of peacefully exercising my First Amendment rights, sir.
All right, so you don't care about the environment then?
I mean, I don't think the environment has anything to do with this
You
conversation, sir.
have something running to run the electric on the truck, burning fuel.
Okay.
So-
Do you have gas powered cars?
I do.
Okay, then. So what
But
are we
it's
talking?
not
So what are we
just running-
talking about?
Producing energy.
Right. Interesting. So it looks like a whole bunch of.
It's harassment. If you had kids and you brought your kids home, you want your kids.
So by trying to bankrupt me by retaliatory fines and take food out of my children's mouths, you think that's okay?
Who's bankrupting you?
The town, are you not listening? The town is retaliating against me for my First Amendment
What's
activity.
your job? What's your 9-to-5 job?
I'm an independent journalist. That's my 9 to 5 job. I don't work 9 to 5. I work when I want. I own my company. But
So maybe if you're getting bankrupt, obviously that's not a good business to be in. Maybe you should get a job and have an income, and then you wouldn't have.
well,
to worry
no.
about it.
Maybe politicians shouldn't try and bankrupt people and use lawfare to silence them.
Well, if you harass them, what do you expect them to do?
Oh, because I did this before they put the 75,000, right? Have a great day, sir. Take care. Have a nice day. My big, beautiful billboard truck here.
The problem is,
these
sir,
things are
you
more
put this
too
up
bad.
on YouTube. The problem
Have a nice...
Put this
you
on
don't
YouTube.
know the difference
Hey, Karen.
between ethical and non-ethical behavior. This is a very simple neighborhood.
Hey, Karen.
And there are people who live in that house that have nothing to do.
I bet it is.
I will be complaining.
To
I
who?
have all your information.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
That's fantastic. Who are you going to complain to?
You'd be
I own my
surprised.
company. So
You'd
you,
be very
I can give you the contact information for
No, I don't need you
for
to-
any complaints.
I'll be able to get you through other authorities.
Okay, other authorities, right? More retaliation. Fantastic. Fantastic. Don't worry.
I fought a lot
You've
more
lived a lot longer.
freedom of speech than you will ever know.
Okay.
This is not it. This is harassing.
It's not harassing.
A very local, private person and his church.
He's the town supervisor. He is the supervisor of the town of Brookhaven, which has 500,000 people as its residents, ma'am. Okay, have a nice day. Take care.
Thank you for watching today's video on the ID Refusal Cops channel. From a quiet morning in Brookhaven, a town of over 480,000 residents and one of the most densely populated suburbs in Long Island, a seemingly minor incident has sparked public outrage. A billboard truck, a message of protest, 3 police cars, and 1 citizen who dared to speak up Long Island Audit put civil rights at the heart of a tense standoff. No dispatch code, no clear violation, yet the presence of law enforcement weighed heavily, like a silent warning to anyone who dares to dissent. And that's when we must ask ourselves, is the government protecting justice or silencing opposition? If you're a US citizen, remember this: you are not required to show ID unless you're driving or there is reasonable suspicion of a crime. Always stay calm, record every interaction, ask for names and badge numbers, and never let intimidation strip away your constitutional rights. We are not against the law, we demand that the law be applied properly. If you found this video important, share it. Subscribe to ID Refusal Cops to stay updated on real, urgent legal confrontation. And if you believe civil rights are non-negotiable, leave a comment with the letter C below. Silence is not an option, action is power.